Alex here with part 226 of the My Docket series on child custody and visitation. As for my previous videos, I'll take this opportunity to direct my viewers to part 0 if you haven't seen it yet. That's the video that contains the detailed disclaimers and the underlying purpose of the series. Two things that I will glaze over are, number one, I'm not in the middle of this right now. My case is completely and totally over. It's closed. It cannot be reopened, and that's because my ex's parental rights have been terminated. Number two, the nutshell version as to the purpose of the series is to give my viewers one big example of my 8-year-long high-conflict child custody ordeal for beginning to end in chronological order. We left off with the first of two, I guess you could call them house cleaning issues. This is the second one. What I needed to do here was I needed to get the video of the termination of parental rights because I needed to actually publish that video to this channel. And that video was one that I could not get access to because I guess it was considered automatically sealed or automatic. I don't know. I don't understand why it would be inaccessible to a party to the case. I understand why you wouldn't be able to release a JAVS video to a stranger, but I mean, I was the petitioner. It doesn't sound right that you can refuse to release that. Anyway, because the, I guess Transcript Video Services is the company, because they refused to release that video to me, I filed a motion to get an order from the judge to compel them to release that video. And District Court Judge Amy Mastin agreed and ordered Transcript Video Service to turn that video over to me. So you can thank Judge Mastin for making it possible for this channel to even watch the termination of parental rights proceeding. I don't think, I mean, my mindset was definitely positive, but I expected her to grant the motion because it made so much sense to grant the motion. And so I wasn't really surprised. But yeah, that could have gotten in the way of the My Docket series. You guys might not have been able to see that video if not for her having granted that motion. I think all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what I have filed. Here we have the motion to order release of records. Standard introductory paragraph indicates both myself and Brittany are filing this motion to order Transcript and Video Services and the Clerk of the Court to release records. The motion is based upon the following points of authorities. Let's see, these are private adoption proceedings. I'm going to cite the rule. A decree of adoption has been entered. I requested a JAVS hearing video. Transcript Video Services responded by requesting an order from the court. This motion follows. To the extent the basis is that the case is sealed and confidential, the law appears only to prevent access to records to protect the child and the adopted parents. And I cite this law. That's cool. Yeah, that's right. It's to protect the we are the adopted parents. So why are you protecting us from ourselves? In any event, the law specifically exempts the petitioners from being excluded from hearings. Petitioners have adopted the child and the case has been closed for several years. No privacy interest remains, and certainly not from petitioners who have custody, care, and control of the child. There's no adverse party to notice or serve. There are no genuine issues of material fact for this court to take evidence on. I do not request a hearing, or Brittany and I both do not request a hearing on this matter. Therefore, we hereby request an order directing Transcript Video Services to release the August 9, 2016 JAVS video to petitioners, and an order directing the Clerk of the Court to release to petitioners each and every pleading and paper filed in this matter for such further relief as the court deems necessary and just. So we have the 23rd day of December. List of exhibits. So we got a requisition form and an email. Exhibit 1, this is a standard requisition form. This is how you get a CD of a JAVS video from the court. Just fill this out and then you pay $2. Exhibit 2 is an email. For the adoption are sealed by law. Even if you are a party to the case, you still need to get a court order. Okay. Minutes. These are the minutes from the judge. I don't spend a lot of time on minutes because the final written order is what controls anyway, and we're going to have a final written order in about 3 documents from now anyway. So you guys can take a look at the minutes if you want, but it's going to be more carefully, written out by the final order. Declaration of Alexander Falconi in support of the release of the records. I'm not going to go through this. It doesn't, Actually, I guess I'll go through it. So, first, I'm stating that I'm over the age of 18, that I'm the natural father, that I have full custody and control of the child, and that I am requesting a release of all records, including the JAFS video. That the purpose of the request is for publication of the documentation and JAFS videos to the My Docket series, and that the My Docket series is part of the Proper Person YouTube channel, which I own, operate, and control. That what the 188-part series contains each and every single pleading paper and hearing video filed and held in FV 0803200, CV 13011019, all of the cases, including the Supreme Court cases. As the series continues, the requested filings and JAFS videos will be required for publication purposes. The Proper Person has 621,000 views and 4.8 million watch time minutes, and that the Proper Person provides a substantial educational and informational value to the public, particularly family court litigants who are able to draw analogies and experience from the series. That the Proper Person provides a secondary purpose in that it introduces the public and members of the legal community to the background, motivations, objectives, opinions, and experiences of the administrator of our Nevada judges. And that I own, operate, and control our Nevada judges, a media organization covering each and every district of the state, including the Supreme Court of Nevada and the Court of Appeals, and that our Nevada judges has 666,000 views and 9 million watch time minutes. Actually, now it has way more. We're at about 1 million views, and we have about 15 million watch time minutes. Oh, by the way, there's another declaration that Brittany signed and filed, but for whatever reason I don't have it. It's for the most part the same. One of these days I'll go to the courthouse and get that document, and then I'll include it into the attachment so that when you click on the links down in the description below, you can get it if you really want to. But there's nothing remarkable about it. It's the same sort of approach, only she signs it and it's from her perspective. Notice of hearing. No appearance required. I guess this is a hearing that's not a hearing. I know I never had to go into court. They just entered an order. Anyway, February 12th, the judge did a hearing where no appearance was required, and she just on her own entered the order. Here's the order directing release of the JAFS video. The petitioners have adopted the child, and we're requesting release of the JAFS video of the August 9, 2016 hearings. The petitioners outline the reasons for the request as required by law. The motion is unopposed. Good cause appearing. It is hereby ordered that Transcript Video Services turn over the JAFS video recordings. And they did. They turned them over, and then I published them in My Docket series, and you guys got to watch them. Certificate of service indicating this document was emailed to both me and my wife. Going into the aftermath, Brittany and I filed a motion and 2 declarations, which is 3 documents, but they were all free filings, so we incurred $0 in costs. We didn't have an attorney, so we incurred $0 in attorney fees. As for previous videos, if you have any questions, feel free to post them down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.
The end.